Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we will do an individual reading for Woozi, and we will talk about his current energy, his career, his love life, and any healing messages that go through. Here we have the tarot decks and the oracle cards that will help us in this reading. And I kind of wanted to point out right away that it seems like I can't wait to reach his love life for some reason. I think there's something very interesting in there, and hopefully I'm not wrong. I think it will be interesting to reach into that. And I usually don't show, but this time I have an aquamarine that I'm going to be holding on to the whole reading because I feel that communication is important and it will be a bit difficult to get out any messages for him in this reading. So I hope you enjoy the video and we will go into his current energy. Let's see how Woozi's doing right now. We have the world reverse. Okay, seems like his environment has been a bit chaotic. Nothing's really going the way he has planned, but that's how fate works. Stuff just happens and you don't really know what's going on or why it's going on. Why it's happening. Let's see. We have the 10 of Swords and Temperance. So right away I'm getting that he's being kind of like overthinking. He's ending cycles right here because we have 2 10s. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that he's going through important things, good stuff for him, but it's taken a while to settle down and manifest as it should, or the way that it was meant to be for him. The Temperance card tells me that he needs to have a little bit of patience and meditate a little bit for things to calm down. I don't think this is much of his issue. I don't think he's the one personally having the problem. I don't think he's the cause of the problem as much as life is just being a bit chaotic. And he's the one that just has to wait a little bit for things to settle down and become a bit more set in stone. This 10 of Swords reverse tells me that he doesn't really have difficulties looking at the things that he's struggling with. So usually in the way that this card shows a 10 of Swords is that someone that's looking at the reflection, and in that mirror you see all of the things that you're struggling with, all of the mental setbacks, or all of the things you're overthinking. But in this case I think that he's able to, I think overthinking is his normal state of mind. He's always, because when I was preparing for this reading I felt like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this other thing, and I felt like there was this time constraint, I have to do it before this other thing happens. And to me it feels like he's usually like that. Even if he seems very calm or he's relaxing, in the back of his head he's always thinking of what to do next. He's always thinking, oh, these things have to be done, these other things will have to be due around this time. And he mentioned that his career is something that he loves to do, so because he likes his work and what he does is his passion, probably what he was meant to do, it kind of blurs the line of what work is, what fun is, and all of that, right? Because it works together. And because of that I think he's always thinking, I have to do this, I have to do this other thing, but the timeline and due date of this thing. So he's always busy and his mind is to be constantly thinking and thinking. But I don't think it's necessarily something bad. I think that for him it's just normal. So he's just in his normal state of mind. Let's see. How is Woozi doing? How are things for him? So we have the Magician, the 9 of Cups. That's kind. Oh, I see why. Okay. One more. And the 4 of Cups reversed. So I think something funny about him is that it seems like he has been asking life, or he's been thinking about his goals, I want to do this, I want to do this other thing, and I'm wishing for things to come true, because the 9 of Cups shows that being fulfilled and satisfied because a dream has come true. And I feel that all of this yellow shows me that he has a confidence that things will go as they should, or if he works hard enough for something, it will become true. But the Magician reverse tells me that he's not fully aware to the extent of his thoughts. He may think, oh, I want to manifest this, and he gets it through hard work and because his dreams will come true, but I don't think he realizes that it was his all along. Like, he works hard to make things happen, but he doesn't have to work as hard anymore. He just has to ask for it and he will get it. I think that he's just not aware of the power that he has, or he hasn't really embraced and fulfilled the powerfulness within him. And we have the Four of Cups reversed. So usually the Four of Cups shows someone that is a bit distracted. They're not looking at the blessings life is giving them, or it's usually a card that I see as someone that life offers them something, but they don't take it. And in this one, you see how this person is actually like feeling in the other cups with that one card that has been offered to her, which is a blessing. So in this one, it shows me that, again, a lot of yellow, which means that his solar plexus is doing very well, so he has confidence in himself. He just doesn't realize the power that he has. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it will be good for him to give himself a bit more of credit, right? Life loves him and protects him and takes care of him, but he just needs to, just give himself the credit that is due, right? Like, he is a great person, and life wants him to know that. With the Four of Cups reversed, I'm kind of getting that he is thankful for the things that he gets, but I don't think he realizes that he kind of got them out of his own accord. Like, he worked hard for them, and it's kind of like a reward of his hard work. And it doesn't always have to be physical hard work. Like, let's say he wants a song to succeed, so he makes it and he tries to put all of his effort to make it good. Well, he doesn't have to do more than that. Putting that effort is enough for life to say, you will succeed, because he's already in the energy he has to be for success. And what I mean by that is that he was meant to do what he does now. I do think that he was fortunate enough to, in a very early age, find what he was good at and go for it. And if that makes him happy, he is more than golden. He is doing exactly what he's meant to do. Work on something that makes him happy and make sure that he gets the skills necessary to succeed in that. So I think he's doing well, and life wants to show him that you're doing great, and that is good for him. I think that's just what he's working on right now, realizing that he's doing good. And there's a lot of threes, so I think he just needs to connect, work with other people, and work with life. Let's see, we have the Six of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Fool. Let's see. So there's something about his past that he still has to work with. The Six of Cups usually shows when someone from the past is coming through, or there's things in the past that you have to heal. In this case, because it's reversed, you see childhood. So maybe there's an inner child wound that he has to take care of or deal with. Seems like he's struggling a little bit to forgive something in the past, which I felt we were going to go through, because I was listening to some of the vocal unit songs, and I was thinking how my mom mentioned that Don't Listen in Secret sounds like whoever wrote it really felt that pain of kind of like losing someone, right? And when I was listening to, and I remember I told my mom, like, that's because Woozi worked in that song, so he kind of like, he feels it more because he worked in it. So whatever is in that song, it's probably something that is actually within him, right? And as I was listening to it again and other songs, I felt that there's a lot of things that were left unsaid in his past. And I remember that I wanted to say in the video that even if it could be this past of his childhood as much as it could be past lives. So he may not remember specifically things that make him act the way that he acts now. So let's say that in past lives he always had bittersweet love life. So he found someone, they fell in love, but it never really worked out, and because of that, those cycles continue to repeat as he is born over and over again in life. Now, I don't know how people take this whole thing about past lives, but that's kind of how I see it. And this Four of Pentacles tells me that it's whatever feeling he has from the past that he has not healed yet, it has dragged and carried over to this life. So he continues to feel it and sense it. And even if he was not completely aware of it, it's a feeling that he kind of clinges to. Because this Four of Pentacles is someone that has treasures and they keep it to themselves, but they're trapped in this idea of not wanting to let go of something, which could be something material as much as it could be that in this case a feeling, a sentiment, a love, something along those lines. But we'll see. That's why I mentioned that his love life will be interesting, because I put 2 hearts, so I felt like one heart was him and the other heart was whoever he likes. And then you have like very feminine energy on one side, very masculine energy on the other side, which I'm kind of just basing on the colors, not necessarily because colors have feminine or masculine energy as much as it's just the society type of ideas that I have. And then we have the Fool, so it's something that he kind of has to let go, finally put an end to that cycle so he can start a new one. So with the Fool, I'm getting that he is doing the right thing of just kind of going with the flow of things, but also he needs to let go of all of the things are holding him back so he can start a new cycle. And usually the Fool, like if you see these cards, they're all very colorful and everything, but in this one the Fool is supposed to show no color at all, so like that you can show like the beginning of something with all of the spring kind of coming up in the color right here. And I was doing some research, right, because I was like, okay, based on how everything's very organized, everything is kind of like this is one thing, this is the other, and the other. I was wondering what was Woozi's moon sign, and I thought it would be on an earth sign, probably in Capricorn or something, because of how everything seems to just be organized. Like this, you're in this area, you're in this, like everything. What is it called? Compartmentalize? Like he's able to just put everything in a little box and be like, oh, I know what this is, I know what this other thing is. But when I was doing my research, potentially his moon is in Aries, and if that's the case, that means that he's able to do exactly that, but from a different point of view. So it's not because he organizes his emotions that he's able to organize his thoughts or have a bunch of things going on at the same time, but because his moon is in Aries, he's able to actually let go of feelings like petty stuff. Just let it go at that moment, just feel it, understand it, and just move on. He's able to just explode at the moment and move on. So he doesn't hold any like regret and resentment in his present stuff. So if someone says something that hurts him, he can let go of that because he feels the pain and moves on. And because of that, he allows his emotions to go through. And also because of that, many people will probably be able to see how he feels and everything pretty easily. So if he feels a certain way, other people will feel it. But I have this I guess gut feeling or something that the way that he expresses his emotions is not very out there. I think that the way that he does is that if he's feeling overwhelmed with something, he will prefer the company of someone that is kind of quietly supporting him. Like they don't have to talk about it, they don't really have to feel much about it together. Like he doesn't need someone that sympathizes with him at all or empathizes with him. It's just kind of like that silent support of just having someone with you. That's kind of like the type of support he looks into people or wants or desires, or that gives him comfort. So I feel that he kind of has to let go of something, and whatever that is probably comes from a past life rather than this one. Or if it's a childhood thing, it's something that he felt at the moment and he has not been able to overcome. And that's kind of what I see for his current energy. So let's get into his career and see how that works out for him, or how that goes. I kind of want to group them in those 3 groups. Let's see. I feel his career is great, but I also feel that his career is the way that he communicates all of his ideas. So let's see. What role does his career play in his life? or what energy is there? So we have Virgo reverse. So I think his career allows him to disconnect a little bit, to think a bit less, even though you'll be like, what? He's always doing stuff here and there. But with that Virgo energy, it tells me that he's able to just relax a little bit. Like his work is his way to just relax. He likes to probably overwork himself, which I think because of how he is, it's not something he dislikes as much as it's just normal. And with a Pluto reverse, it tells me that it allows him to distract himself from change, but it also allows him to, because yeah, I think even though they're reversed, I don't feel they should be. I feel that's just kind of how they came out. As much as it feels like he uses his career and his work as a way to constantly go through changes and transformation, new ways of communicating, new ways of helping other people and healing himself. Ways like his work is a service that he's able to put out for other people, but not necessarily for himself. Like let's see, the journey and the progress of making something is his healing moment. The product itself is the healing and transformation for other people. And since I mentioned that he seems to be in the career that he has to and in the energy that he has to succeed, it kind of allows him and helps him to just give the messages that have to be given out to people. So he's a messenger in that sense. He is of good service to life. And I see all of this blue right here and right here, so it tells me communication is very important for him, but he expresses it very differently from what like an air sign would. He takes actions rather than words. And I think the actions that he takes is writing and creating and making. So let's see. I don't know what cards I'm going to use. So let's see. Let's see. What does Woozi think of his career? Yeah. What does he think of his career? But yeah, I'll take that one. Wait, no. I'll take this too. And I'll take this one. There were a lot of cards. So let's see. So we have the cosmic egg. So the cosmic egg tells me that he finds a lot of healing and positivity through his work. He feels like he's connected to himself in all the levels of himself, like his present, his past, his future, his higher self, his past self. Like it all kind of just combines. He feels he just is when he's creating. We have a crocodile, which tells me that that water, like he doesn't allow himself to be swayed by emotions. He actually takes time to just process things and takes action when he feels ready to take action or when he feels called to. He does take his time to do things. He doesn't seem to be reckless, which I think helps him not feel like he is out of control necessarily. And we have the firefly, which tells me that he's able to glow very brightly for other people to see him, and other people are able to see how valuable he is and are able to celebrate his work because he is in the energy he has to be in. And I find it amusing that at such a young age he was able to just be in that energy. But I think that's because he's using that as a tool to communicate what has to be communicated, but I don't think that's necessarily something he has to. Success was not a problem for him. I think there's probably other things that he has to work with, and that's why he was able to succeed at such an early age with all of that hard work that he put in. He didn't just get it overnight, right? It's work and skills that have to be polished to the max, or at least decent enough so he can do what he does now. And we have water and air, so there's a sense of being able to communicate and show himself and be the stability point for a lot of like confusion, chaos, and darkness. Like he's able to work very well with what he has. Even if times are difficult, he knows how to maintain himself in a very centered and positive, is that what I'm stable, in a very stable place. let's see what else we have for his career. I had a question that I wanted to ask for his career, but I forgot it the moment I actually got down to it. Oh, let's see what we have for his career. For his career, we have You Are Good Enough, Full Moon in Virgo, and Surrender to the Divine, Full Moon, just Full Moon. So this tells me that the You Are Good Enough kind of goes with what his current energy was, that he is very powerful. He is, he has reached the place where he is in a good spot for himself, but he doesn't realize, he thanks life, he thanks everyone and everything, but he doesn't realize that he's able to just make things work for himself because of just who he is. He doesn't have to work hard for things to he doesn't have to work as hard as he does now to get the things that he wants, because the work that he puts in is good enough. He doesn't have to push himself to the very limit to get things done. So I think his career is a way to show him, or try to teach him, that he is good enough. He doesn't have to always put like that extra work to make things happen. And then we have Surrender to the Divine, which tells me the whole thing of like, I think it makes sense as to why Pluto was reversed. I see Pluto as the planet of transformation and change, and I think that with Surrender to the Divine is like, if you accept and allow your power to work through you, and don't like suppress it and think like, oh, I'm not good enough. Which, by the way, we have 2 Virgos, so I think he is a workaholic, and I mean, I'm not surprised if he enjoys his work. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a workaholic, but since he enjoys it, it makes it for him to just work more and more and more because he likes it, right? We like to do what we like to do, right? And if it happens to work well hand in hand with work, then aren't we lucky? And what was I going to say? With the thing about surrendering to the divine, I think if he was able to just accept his power and understand that a lot of people are just going to love him, if he just accepts all that love and all that care and all the divine love and blessings that life wants to give him, he will do even a lot better. He will be able to inherit all of the gifts of life. I'm not too sure what that means necessarily, but it feels kind of like life has a bunch of things they want to give to him, and he's only going to get them if he just says, yes, I'll take it. Life, give me all that love, give me all those blessings. So let's see what life has in store for him. Oh goodness. What does life have in store for us? Let's see. Career wise, what are those gifts? Let's see. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Five of Swords, and Death. So Death is actually, is it Scorpio? Oh, I'm sorry. That's Scorpio energy. So again, transformation. Death is that rebirth. I feel that one of the things life wants to give him is just for him to get into his power, just to continue feeling even more and more in his energy. All of this fire is just to start feeling that desire and passion to get more from life. Life wants to also tell him that he doesn't have to be as cautious and work as hard for things. He can just get it a lot easier if he just took the full, take that leap of faith and just trust that life has blessings for everyone. And we have the Queen of Wands reverse, which tells me that even though his self-confidence is pretty good, they're also saying that he needs to be a bit more optimistic, enjoy life a little bit more. Life is not all about work, which I think he finds comfort in working, but I think they're also telling him to at least distract himself from those things once in a while, live a little bit more. He seems like the type that does not mind being in hermit mode for many days. So he enjoys being with other people, but I think he also enjoys his time just working. And even though there's nothing bad with work, I think one of the things life wants to tell him is for him to just enjoy it a little bit more. Live a little bit outside of his comfort zone. And let's see. What else is there for him? We have the King of Wands. We're about to reach his love life. So let me say this one last thing and then transition to his love life. So we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. I think they want him to start embracing that energy of who he really is, and just accept all the love in the world, so like that he can find his counterpart. We have a queen and a king of wands, and we have that, and there's a lot of like there's like sun here and here and here, a lot of oranges and yellow sunsets, sun energy. So that tells me that they're kind of like, life is kind of ready to give him his counterpart, but is he ready to say yes to that counterpart? We will see in a little bit, but I guess that's why I was so excited to just jump into his love life. I'm just like, just let me see, what is he doing right there? How is life treating him in that area? And I feel that life is kind of like, he's doing so well in his career that life is like, you know what? Accept that you're doing so well and you're successful and everything. Like, yeah, it's good to be humble, but it's also good to give ourselves a pat in the back and say, you've done well, little Timmy, you're doing well. Or in this case, you're doing well, Woozi, you're doing well. And I think life is telling him, like, you know what? You're doing so good that I think we're ready to start working on the cycles that have to be solved in his love life. And that's why his counterpart, like, is kind of like coming in. You know, we have a partnership right here that is ready to roll. But is he ready to take it? We will see in the next area. I don't even know where to start in his love life. I'm just like, let's jump into it, but I don't even know. Like, what cards? We can start with the card captor ones. There's a card captor Sakura? There you go. We can start with this ones, but I'm not too sure what we're asking. So let's see what's going on in his love life. I think that's all we need. So with the mist, I'm getting like, things are not very clear right now. I think things are being a bit confusing, a bit mysterious. Everything's in the unknown. Everything is up in the air. Like, oh, maybe so. Yes, no, yes, or maybe no. Like I think things are not really set in stone on how it will physically manifest. Let's see. I think I'm going to take out a zodiac one to see the energy. Oh my, it looks so pink in the recording. So let's see. So he has Leo energy. So he's kind of okay with, you know, he's being a bit optimistic. He's like a lion, powerful, filled with pride, working hard for his stuff. How is his partner though? And what energy is his partner in? Oh, and we have Cancer. So, while he is like working hard, you know, showing up, being happy, enjoying life, his partner, which I kind of felt earlier, like I'll show the card as to why I felt the Cancer energy for him. He seems to be looking for someone that is very caring, very nurturing, very feminine, powerful, but very feminine. He's looking for, I felt that with his energy, it didn't matter what cards I used. He was okay with using cards that I feel are a little bit too girly, I guess. Like, I will look at, I will look at a deck and be like, this feels like very feminine energy. Like, I don't think masculine energy will be happy with it. And no, I guess a male energy, let's put it that way, that is very not conservative, but very traditional, and like, no, that's for girls. Like, I felt that his energy was very neutral. Like, he didn't care. Like, he's so sure of who he is and what he is. Like, he doesn't care what other people say, because, of course, there's things that if you poke the bear enough, you're gonna wake it up, right? Like, he's gonna get angry. But he doesn't fight over anything too petty. Like, if it's something that someone just wants to do it to get him mad, he will feel it, and he will just go like, nah. So anyway, I was just saying that I felt that it was weird how I was picking a lot of cards that I'm like, they're so girly, he's gonna say something. But I think it's because his partner is very present with him, and he seems to want someone that is very caring, very nurturing, very stable as well. Because Leo is all about, it's the 5th house, about pleasures, and it's usually a house about children as well. Being happy, looking for the things that you love, going after what you're passionate about. And Cancer rules the 4th house, which is all about the home and family. So, I don't know. I think that's kind of nice that he's looking for a very nurturing partner. Let's see. How is this partner doing right now? Be bold and make the first move. And don't let pride get in the way. Well, I said he was prideful, but seems like his partner is someone that may keep some stuff to themselves. Let's see. When it says be bold and make the first move, I think that if his partner were the one to take the first step into his life and be like, go out with me, he will take it. I think that's the energy I was picking up of someone that's very feminine and everything, but also very, very powerful. Powerful in the sense that they don't mind taking the first step. They don't mind, just like him. This person does not mind breaking any traditions. Like, they're this like person that is kind of like, I'm just gonna take the first move. I don't have to wait for an old man to tell me what to do. Right? like this energy feels like someone like that, even though they have a lot of feminine energy, and feminine energy tends to not really take the first move unless they tend to kind of like lure someone in. And with this person, it's kind of like, no, why will I wait? Let me go for it, right? Let's see, how is he doing right now? Let's see, we have take time to breathe out and step out of your comfort zone. So I said earlier in his career that he kind of had to step out of his comfort zone, and I think by doing that, he will be able to find his partner. And we have a semi-full moon. Oh my god. Oh my, so cheesy. And if you see, this moon is almost full, but it feels like this other moon could almost fill it up. And also, you see there's blue and pink, so the colors of the fandom, guys. Just saying. And with him, it says like take time to breathe out. So I feel that with him, the thing that he's been advised is just to take a break, leave his work a little bit, and maybe he will be able to, be stepping out of his comfort zone. Because I think Woozi takes a lot of pride in his work, and he works hard for that, right? Which, I mean, that's good if that makes him happy. But they're also saying, remember how I mentioned in his career that life was kind of like, hey, we want to give you a lot of more beautiful things in life, and the only way we can give that to you is if you say, yes, I want those beautiful things. And he's not there yet. I think if he takes takes some time for himself, he will be able to realize, you know what? Okay, life, you said you were going to give me good things. I want them now. So yeah, I'm just kind of saying, like, I think it's funny, like, there's blue here and there's pink right here. So with him, it's all about communication, third eye, and with this person, it's confidence and well, it's pink, so I guess we can say heart chakra. So it's all about the heart. So in the Vernon one, I mentioned how he was looking for someone, or like the person that he was looking for kind of has like a very big heart. And I think that with Woozi, I do mean it literally. Like, this person actually has a nice, gentle heart. Like, it's very caring. So I just kind of want to joke on that again. I'm sorry. So let's see, how is this person, this Cancer energy, how is this person like? Nightingale, so another blue one. So to me, it feels like this person might be a very good singer. I think that this person probably sings with a lot of joy and happiness, and there's a very sincere and like when this person sings, people can really feel the emotion behind it. And I think that because of those emotions that this person is able to show and portray is probably one of the ways that Woozi will really like to work with. Probably an instrument to his composition, so you could say. So I think they will probably work very well together. Probably he's looking for someone that will probably be able to easily adapt and work with him in the stuff that he works in, right? Let's see a little bit more about Woozi. How will he be in a relationship? Oh, back part was just kicked out. We have a wolf. So this person has a lot of blue in this too, and Woozi has a lot of like orange and yellows on these two cards as well. So with the wolf card, I'm getting that they're kind of like opposites in a way. This person has air, so no, they're not opposites. Well, yeah, they're opposites, but complementary almost. They complement each other very well. So this person is, you have air right here. So this tells me that this person is able to communicate very well, probably has a very pleasant voice, or is very eloquent or very kind with their words. And he, on the other hand, has fire. So that tells me that, and the element of fire and air do get along, but there's opposites within it, right? So you have Aries and Libra, get along but may fight a lot. And then you have Gemini and Sagittarius, could get along, but also there's a lot of tension between them. And then you have Aquarius and Leo, very opposites in the way that they see life and how they go through with it. And with him, I do feel that he has the type of energy that he will welcome his partner as if they were part of his pack. He takes care of his people, and he does it very well by being there for them, supporting them in any way, shape, or form, and protecting them when he can or when he has to, and making everyone feel at home, feel like they're part of a group, part of something. And when this person comes in, he's going to be very welcoming, and it's kind of like wolves are very territorial, I think. Yeah. And I think that he will kind of like open the door and be like, yes, come in, random person, you beautiful bird. Beautiful bird in my... Yes. And she will peel her way forward. Right, Dottie? And now she doesn't peel. I feel betrayed. Anyway, so he will welcome this person in and with open arms, be there for this person. He will protect his partner a lot and be there for his partner. And he seems to be like the type that, you know how, I don't know if it's true or if there's just too many movies in my head that they say that wolves mate for life. I do think that he's that type of person too, that he will be with one person, and if that's the one, he's staying with that one. He ain't playing around, guys. Let's see, and how will their connection be? What energy do we have for their union, for their connection? When they're together, how are things like? Their connection? I guess how people see it. Well, there goes a card. So the connection that they have. We have a buffalo. So this tells me that another fire card, that a lot of people are going to see the chemistry that they have. A lot of people will see how when they work together and come together is very stable, centered, and strong. Like no one can get in between them. That type of energy doesn't mean that no one can, as much as it's that they care so much about each other that they kind of set it for life. It's kind of like, we are going to be together and that's it. No questions asked. No one will get in between. They didn't plan for the transformations that they will go through will be with each other or alone. I don't think they necessarily need other romantic or potential people in there to help them transform as well. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have a butterfly, which tells me that one of the things that a lot of people are going to see about their connection is that there's a lot of transformations and changes that benefit them. And there's also a lot of balance, because the butterfly is air and the buffalo is fire. So again, it's a lot of balance, a lot of good stuff for their partnership. And I guess I'm going to ask, how will they meet? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's ask, how will they meet? Wait. Wait. So how will they meet? Sorry, cards. King of Pentacles. So when he embraces his power. Let's see what else we have. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. And then the Two of Pentacles. So how will they meet? Okay. When he's successful and when he acknowledges his success and his hard work. So that's step one. And then step two, the the Knight of Cups tells me that it is the Knight? Yeah. The Knight of Cups. Wait, hold up. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is another Virgo card. So I think that, if he continues working hard, but I do think that the service that he gives to other people is leading him towards his partner. But also, if he did himself a favor and just accepted that he's working hard and he's doing well, like, I think one of the difficult things about Virgos is that they don't compliment themselves. They are very self-critical and very hard on themselves. You know, they say that we are our own self-critic, and I think that with him it applies as well, even more probably, because he's working with what he loves. And you know, we try to put our best work out there, especially if it's something we deeply care about, or if there's some attachment we have with it. And I think that with him, he just has to, you know, think less, do more. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which usually the Knight of Cups shows someone that is giving an offer of love, which could, there's a chance that this person, like, since Woozi's working very hard and shining bright and making sure that he's glowing bright enough like the sun, so everyone looks at him, not because that's his goal as much as that's just what happens because he's doing what he has to do. His partner will just kind of look at him and be like, you know what, I kind of like that guy, you know, he kind of cool. So what will this person do? Offer a cup of love to him. And then all they have to do is just balance things out, you know, find the middle ground like you do with any relationship anyone's in. You find, like, okay, what do you like? Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this other thing. And try to balance each other, meet each other halfway. And then we have the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which tells me that they just have to pay attention to the signs that they are very close to each other. And, you know, if they like each other, just go for it. There's nothing that should hold him back. And let's see. I think I'll ask, what are the signs that he has met the right person? Like, what signs will he see that he has met the person he's looking for? We have 3 cards. He's all about 3s. So maybe if there's a synchronicity of 3, his partner is getting close. And actually, when I was recording the video, my eyes looked at the clock when it was 3:33 p.m. for me. So I was like, maybe. So we have death. So that tells me that one of the things is that when he goes through a very hard moment in his life that requires him to go through a transformation and change, which is what he's going through right now, that means that he's on the right path to meet this person, which seems to be the person he's aiming for, like that soulmate or that partnership he's looking for. And we have the Queen of Wands reversed, so that tells me that he's probably going to start noticing how beautiful people are, or he's going to start looking at the beauty and the strength and the power other people have, or he's embracing his own power, because this is the king. In the normal tarot, this is Aries energy, right? The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Queen of Wands here is actually the same as I guess the highest card you can say, or the highest tier you could say, that in normal tarot tends to be the king. So yeah, in this one it tells me that he just has to balance his energy as well and start taking action towards stuff, start to follow what he's passionate about and what he loves. And with that Aries energy tells me that it's kind of like he needs to just start taking action and do what he desires. You know, if he wants to rest. If he wants to continue working, but to not pressure himself too much. And when he finally embraces the king energy of finally valuing who he is and, you know, giving himself those pats in the back and stop being so hard on himself, then he's already like one step closer to this person. And at the end, we have the 3 of Pentacles. I think they will work together in something. I mentioned that this person has a very beautiful voice and is someone that is able to give a good performance because of how well they're able to portray how they feel, show how they feel and transmit that feeling to other people. And I think that's good, right? Like, that shows that they're a very good singer. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that this person's a singer. Could be, I'm not sure. And with this 3 of Pentacles, it tells me that they're going to work together. Usually the 3 of Pentacles talks about working in with other people, group work, or working together and making a project happen. So it will be someone that he works with. Now, mind you, I don't know if it's necessarily a singer as much as it could just be someone that writes music themselves and they're just very good at singing, or he finds the voice of this person very pleasant and very soothing and nice and everything, as much as other people will also feel the same thing. Doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be a singer, though. It could just be a person that did not pursue singing but is good at that specifically. So I'll leave that there for his love life. Let's get into any healing messages for him, which I don't know. I think it's pretty entertaining. I knew I was gonna have like a fun time with his love life, and he delivered. We had a fun time. So let's see, what healing messages do we have for him? Oh goodness, I need to sneeze. What healing messages do we have for Woozi? Wait. Let's see, healing messages for Woozi. 10? Do we really want that? Okay. So we have Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. So I think the illusion that he's going through is that he has not reached his highest potential. I think that he just needs to give himself, the credit that he deserves, that he's doing well. Give himself those good jobs, those pats in the back. It's good to be humble, but he can't be too hard on himself. If he is, he's just hurting himself. I think it's getting darker. Then we have the Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted, which is the whole idea of like, if he wants to rest, he's not wasting time. He is healing himself. He's doing what he has to do. There's nothing wrong with resting a little bit. And then we have the Nightingale Spirit, which is his partner. His partner was shown with the Nightingale, which is love is all around, which I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's move on. Then we have the Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. So I think that life is just like, if you rest a little bit, give yourself the credit that is yours. Believe me, you're going to be on the right path. I almost dropped the cards. Let's see what else we have for him. Any other healing messages? We have Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. So the whole thing about understanding that he is, give himself that credit that he's doing well in life and that he deserves what he deserves. Like, his success is because he worked hard, so he needs to just, be thankful for that success and like kind of swim in that and be like, yes, I am good, guys. I'm doing well for myself. Life is great. And then we have, oh goodness, the Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So probably, let go of the idea that he's not good enough, or that there's still work that has to be done. He needs to be a little bit more soft, lenient. I guess lenient is the word I'm looking for. He needs to be a little less hard on himself in that sense, less self-critical. He's doing well, and he should praise himself for that, and allow rewards to come in for that. We have the Fox Spirit, think on your feet. So, probably instead of dragging his feet of like, I need to work more and do better and do well, just, walk on his 2 feet, which will be embracing his power and claiming that he is successful, he's doing well, and just appreciate that energy, kind of look back at all the good stuff that he has done in life and look at the path that he has gone through and say, yeah, I've come a long way, and that way has been very good. I don't know how else to say it. We have the Parrot Spirit, watch your words. So the whole thing about he needs to be a bit nicer with himself, or maybe he will fight a little bit with his partner, so not be too hard on that person as well, because I think he leaves a lot of things unsaid, and that's why a lot of his lyrics felt like he writes them because he was not able to tell them to that partner at one time. And I'm not saying that necessarily means this life, because we had the Six of Cups reversed in his current energy, so that tells me that it's probably a past life thing, and his soul kind of carries that pain into this one, and he just doesn't really notice it, or he's not too conscious of it, because it's a wound he's not really paid attention to or has not really looked at necessarily. And we have the Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. So I think if those ideas is, if he wants a partnership, go for it. No one's stopping him. Well, himself. Yeah, that's usually the biggest obstacle we all have ourselves. And I think life is kind of just going like, if there's someone you like, go for them, tell them, or offer that cup of love, or be open to it, and we will make sure that you find that person, that kind of thing, right? If you tell life, look, I'm ready for transformation, they'll be like, okay, transformation you go through. Like spirit guides and guardian angels in life are very giving in that sense. So if you allow them to work with you, they'll work with you. One more message for healing. We have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. So this one is giving me the 3 of Pentacles vibe. So the whole idea that if he starts working with other people, opens up to the idea that he doesn't have to do everything himself. He might be able to find his partner. All the pieces will fall into place, and he will be able to work with that partner. It feels like we have like a king and a queen right here. Like, I don't know, it feels like a partnership right there. Collaboration, a partnership. Not necessarily romantic, but I'm just saying. One of the signs that he will find his partner is if he collaborates with that person. Who is that person? I'm not too sure. But it's someone that is very, very motherly, very all about home and family. Let's see. Any other messages that we may have? Conclusions. The float tells me that he needs to have a bit of fun. See things from a different perspective. Be less self-critical and just love himself more. Be nicer to himself. We have the wood, which tells me that he needs to blossom and flourish and transform. Open up a little bit. I feel that it's kind of saying like, you're beautiful, you're powerful, but you need to believe in that. Or else how does that work for us, right? And we have the sword, which tells me that the sword, and it's kind of chained up. So it tells me that there's a power within him, that he's not, there's this fighter spirit, something within him that is ready to move forward and take action, but it can't because he's holding back, because he doesn't feel like he deserves good stuff, in a way. And the last card that we have is the Libra, which balance, sword, Libra, oh my god. I'm just saying, Libra, okay, just the Justice card is actually, it represents Libra, and Libra is all about balance, and yeah, justice is one of them, I guess, but communication is one of them because of air. Libra is an air sign, and communication is important, and we have the moon and the sun right here, so there's this sense of duality and balance, and that thing. We had the 2 of Pentacles earlier with the, what was it? How will he meet this person, or something like that? How will he meet that person? Yeah, something like that. And the 2 of Pentacles tells me that there's a balance, finding middle ground and stuff like that. So I feel that all it's saying right here is that all he has to do is just embrace his power, accept that he's a successful person and powerful, and then he will be able to just start taking action towards finding other stuff that will make him just as happy and accept the blessings life has for him. But I will leave it there. I think his healing messages are just, a good conclusion to what we have seen previously. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you liked it. I hope it was entertaining, fun, and loving, and all of that. And the next person is the 8, which I am working hard to take out in his birthday. So look out for that. Look forward to that. Yeah. So I'll leave that there. Love and healing from my part to you. And see you on the next one. Bye.